Can't drink.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Planet Coaster live stream. It's day 4. It's the final day of the live streams here. Come on, round of applause, everybody. We've done 4 days of these things by the end of this. Great, amazing community sections as well, where we've had some incredible builds. We've had loads of useful information from you guys. I should probably introduce them again in case you haven't seen the previous live streams. We are live here from GamesCom, from the show floor. We've had people come by and watch our community sessions. They've been doing some incredible builds. You can watch those back at planetcoaster.com. No, you can't. It's youtube.com/planetcoaster. You can tell it's the last day. There's a last day kind of vibe going on here a little bit. Talking of last day vibes, with me to my left is the incredible senior producer, Rich Newbold, probably best known for his work on QA on Connectimals.
That was my finest work.
Yeah, I think that was
kind of career kind of
after that
went down.
No, I know, and probably best known as well over here, lead designer. No?
For what? No?
I don't know. Andy Fletcher, probably best known for his work on the Gin and Tonic Awards. You
yes.
were often...
applause
round of applause for Andy Fletcher, and round of applause for the end of that nonsense. So today, well, I thought we were going to be doing a recap, actually. I think we've been mentioning over that we have got a bit of a recap, and Andy's going to talk us through those things in just a moment. But we actually have some new stuff to show as well.
Yeah.
Or going into more detail, at least, on things that you may have previously seen on the community creation sessions from the previous few days. So how's Gamescom been for you guys? Have you been having a good time? What's been your highlight so far?
It's been really good. Don't know. What's been the highlight?
It's been really cool just like seeing people's reactions to Planet Coaster, to be honest. A lot of people haven't seen the game yet, and we're so close to it. We're kind of, used to a lot of the stuff that's in the game. So when you see someone see the game for the first time and be really impressed and wowed at some of the stuff in the game, it's been really satisfying.
For me, it's been the unveiling of the blueprint stuff. Like that's for genuinely, I hadn't seen it all that flow, because actually we got that sent quite last minute before yesterday, because they wanted to do some improvements, make it look the best it possibly can do, and to see that in its full glory, it's just mind blowing. Like what that's going to do for this game in terms of people's creativity, and just when people see that function working in the way intended, I think it's just going to. I think it's genuinely going to blow people's minds.
Yeah,
and people are just going to be like, I want to get involved in this.
Because even for the players who aren't that creative, like the sharing functionality really benefits them still, because they get huge new amount of content from those members of the community who are really active and creating new things all the time. So it just explodes the amount of things you can put in your part.
And also I'm sorry, we may as well show some of the footage. I know this is jumping ahead a little bit for the guys behind, but why don't we show some of that footage now of the blueprints, if you don't mind bringing the blueprints up, if that's possible. There we go. So, Rich, why don't you talk us through this one?
Well,
Go on, Rich.
we're really excited about this. It's amazing. It means you can take these buildings that you've been building piece by piece in Alpha 2. In Alpha 3, we'll give you some pre-builds, but it means that now you can save things out, use them again locally later on if you wanted. You can use our new multi-select tool, which is pretty powerful. Makes it really easy now to select entire buildings and scenes, and then you can save it out as a blueprint, and then just reuse it again. It's a very simple flow. If you just, you position the camera around the building, so we automatically will then take a picture for your for the browser to help you find it later.
Yep. Fill
out a title and description just to make it a bit more descriptive, and then you set some tags, and that will dictate which category it's in and which subcategory. It's just really quick and easy, and it's not just buildings and scenery. You can do it on coaster layouts as well.
Let it play through. It's genuinely mind-blowing to me. Like I actually genuinely can't get my head around. I mean, I don't know anything about how these things work, obviously. Maybe you can sort of give more insight into it. But is this something that's actually very difficult to make work?
I think one of the hardest things is because there's lots of different systems in the game, and they all need to be. We want the player to be able to save building blueprints and scenery blueprints and coasters and actually save them in the same blueprint as well. So that's something that you can't see here, but you could have a roller coaster going through that house and save the house and the coaster as a blueprint. So it's one of the hardest things is getting everything we have in the game to work together so they can all be saved in the same blueprint.
Great, so we can imagine here that the player is switched over. This is now somebody else who's going in and seeing the previous fairy tale house that they've created, grabbing it and putting it into their game. Really simple, like something like 10 clicks or something, and you've got it in your game. Maybe even less, I don't know, maybe you can tell me. One thing that we did come across yesterday in the stream that I promised I would mention is we've seen a limit on the number of pieces that can be used in a single blueprint.
That's right.
In the build yesterday we were playing, it was 500. Is that something that is going to be balanced?
I think it's already gone up for the alpha, but it's something that we're going to be constantly reassessing as we get, as we add more and more content to the game, optimize it. It's probably something we will look at into the future to make it even bigger for players.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that number's going to go, well, hopefully it will go up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go down. We've tried to be quite conservative with it because there's still a huge number of pieces, to be honest, but and you can always create multiple blueprints and combine things, but we're trying to make it so that the game is as performant as possible, so it just makes sense to keep a cap on it.
Okay, great. So we do have some questions as well. I've just been reminded as well that we have some questions to answer that have been going over the last few days using the hashtag Planet Coaster. But I would say that this is the last session, so still use the hashtag and let us know, what you think of the sessions and things like that, and especially when the community are on doing their builds, because they're going to be amazing. We have the incredible Rudy on, and you may have seen the Star Destroyer and some of his movie parks as well. Just incredible, the AT-AT, just brilliant stuff. So this guy's incredibly talented. So he's going to be coming on from 1 p.m, so just after this session. And then in the evening session, the final Planet Coaster session, which makes me so sad to say, at 4 p.m. CET, we're finishing with Silverette. And they're working together on the same park, and it's just going to,
cool.
so they're actually going to combine their efforts.
Yeah.
So do stick around for those. They're going to be incredible. I'm
be
pretty
awesome.
excited. Why don't we cover quickly though the stuff that we were talking about in the Create Day? Just very quickly. I mean, create, manage, share is the philosophy. It's at the heart of
that's
what
right.
Planet
Those are the
Coaster
kind of three pillars that we've tried to hopefully show people a bit more of in these live streams, create, manage, share, but also, those are the three that we were trying to address all along in Planet Coaster. So the game is inherently creative. You make a theme park, you build it yourself, and everything you do is a creative decision. But you can also go into our advanced tools and create really incredible things, like you're saying, that the work that Rudy and Silverette have done is really just allows people to free their imaginations and create absolutely anything. And in the managed side of things, we want to make sure that we nail this as a simulation game as much as anything, because everyone knows that this is a theme park management game, and we don't want to neglect that just to work on the creation tools. So we've also, particularly this alpha, tried to really push on a lot more of the management and the park management issues, like hiring staff and making sure your park is tidy, making sure the rides are tailored to your crowd, and that the crowd can move around the park. All those different elements that you need to they're kind of like plates you need to spin to make sure that everything's running smoothly and your park's going to be a success.
Awesome. And there's lots more going in as well. This is Alpha 3, it's just the start of the management, right? It's going to build and become even more sophisticated than it already is as time goes on, which is incredible. So why don't we show some footage of the stuff we're talking about there. We do have, I think it's the ability to change the colours now as well, which is going into Alpha 3, which wasn't there previously.
That's
right?
it. So yeah, we tried to keep some of the creation tools like ticking along, even though we've got other focuses as well. So this is a video of how you can paint the track of your coaster, and you can change the rails, you can change the supports, and you've got 4 channels to play with, so you can kind of mix and match and create rainbow-colored coasters if you want. And it's really nice. You can get your coaster to look the way you want to for your park. You might have a color-coded park. You might create this park in a different region. We have new regions, not just the green grass area now. So the different colours really work well with those regional changes as well.
Brilliant. We've got ride entrances as well. Why don't we show ride entrances really quickly, and then we can get onto the new stuff as soon as possible. So why don't you talk through, Andy? Why don't you talk through them?
Sure. So we used to have a pre-built kind of coaster entrance, like the ride entrance there, but it was a bit it wasn't sort of stripped down enough that people could build around it as freely as they wanted to. So now we've got this stripped down, just 2 bollards there with the attendant, and this means that you can basically build around it however you want. So we're trying to take away any restrictions that we've kind of unwittingly sort of put in there, and allow players to build scenery and ride entrances around their queues as freely, basically, so they can use the tools however they like.
Yeah. You can start to see it getting more and more sophisticated as you go along in terms of.
It just shows some of the variety you can do. Just with the same ride, you can create huge number of different entrances, because you've got a local grid around the ticket booth entrance, so you can use that to really quickly create a structure.
And talking about structures and talking about paths and building things around there, we have the new path align grid as well, which I think is absolutely. It feels like a really powerful tool. I know that the community guys have been using that when creating things. So Rich, do you want to talk through this one?
So we had this freeform path tool, and that was the kind of the key to kind of allowing us to make really curved and flowing, organic-looking path systems. But as time went along, we realised that people want to have symmetrical path systems as well. They want to be able to place down nice food courts like this that look very regimented and orderly, because they exist in real life as much as the lovely organic path shapes do. So we added this grid mode, and it's the best of both worlds, really, because you can pick one of your building grids or pick any other piece of path in a park, and then use the grid that comes from that as reference to create these path grids. Fantastic. It kind of makes sense when you do it.
It looks great. No, it looks great, and you guys have done an incredible job. I'm often overwhelmed about this. All this stuff is coming in Alpha 3. There are so many changes coming in Alpha 3. And if you want to take advantage of the Alpha 3 and get involved and play the Alpha 3, you will only be able to do that before August the 25th, and I think on the day as well. After August the 25th, you won't be able to buy into the Alpha anymore. The Alpha will continue, but you won't be able to. So now, head over to planetcoaster.com for all of the details you need, or frontierstore.net, and you'll be able to see exactly what you need to see there in terms of how to get involved in the Alpha and play this stuff right now. So if you come along at 1 p.m., watch what these guys can do with the stuff that's in Alpha currently. It is incredible stuff. It takes a while. I say it takes a while. Within an hour, did you see the castle?
It's pretty cool.
It was unbelievable, the castle she built yesterday. The lady designer was on here. Watch the VOD on demand on youtube.com/Planet Coaster to see what she did with that, and skip through to the end, and you'll see within an hour and a half she made this beautiful Disney palace from scratch. There she is, by the way. Hello. Thank you for coming along. So we do have a couple more things here. We've got coaster scoring as well. That's something that's new with Alpha 3. Talk us through that.
Yeah, so coaster scoring, we've now got real-time feedback when you're testing your coasters to show you how the coaster's been scored. So you can see your excitement, fear, and nausea ratings up there. And this is these are the 3 key stats that basically we give the player to help them know how successful their ride is going to be in the park, how much they can charge for the tickets.
Yeah, if you could just bring it back to us for a second as well, to just reiterate that point again. So bring it back to the camera on us. Yeah, if you could just reiterate that point again one more time for me, because that's quite an important thing you were saying.
Sure. So basically, your excitement, fear, and nausea ratings allow you to know how well tailored the ride is to the guests in your park. So fear plays a big factor in who will go on the ride. So families tend not to go on really, really scary rides. Teenagers will go on to slightly more intense, scary rides. So you can use the information about demographics in your park when you're building your coaster effectively to know how cool. Suitable it is.
It's amazing how that works. And there's a video, I think you should go and check it out. It's on, again, it's all saved on there, the video on demand stuff, youtube.com/Planet Coaster. We've actually uploaded a separate playlist as well where you can see all of the things that we've shown over the last 3 days. That's loads more than what we're talking about right now. Like the extent of stuff that goes in. My favorite thing about it is the fact that you can do it on the fly. Even before you've placed the piece down, you can still see how that's going to affect people's nausea and fear. Yeah,
it's a kind of a series of algorithms that we've built up over a number of coaster games, because here at Frontier we've made a lot of coaster games, and we've kind of evolved this coaster scoring metrics over those games, and we've really, really refined it. So this is the best ever, basically, coaster scoring system, and it takes into account airtime moments. When you feel like you're rising up out of your seat, takes account inversions, speed, slow sections, sharp turns, and it's all looking at the physics that are acting on the guests' bodies. So the G-forces that are acting on you as you go around the coaster track. and it's super, super clever stuff, and you can see the change in the coaster scoring just from the slightest tweaking of your coaster. So, it really is working.
And it's very realistic as well, right? As in, what I mean by that, it can actually teach you how to be a coaster engineer yourself, like actually making coasters. Because I was learning from the start. It was like, I was like, crazy, wild stuff. And it was like, no, they hated it. No one would go on it. Everyone was just turning away. And you tweak it slowly, and you watch it live, and you try and keep it in those the green bars. There's something very satisfying about trying to change it so it stays, no, I can see it's going into the red. I've got to tweak that bit and go back. It's super cool, and it brings a whole new dynamic to creating those coasters.
Yeah.
So check out those videos. We might see it later on. I don't know if one of the guys are planning to do a coaster build, but we'll find out. But we've got another huge thing coming in at Alpha 3, and that is the front end stuff. Actually, it's changed up entirely. How you can see and share. And there's one other thing. But let's first show that video, and then Andy. Sorry, I just got excited. And then Andy, talk us through the video. Giving Andy all of the first.
Coaster scoring.
Oh, no, sorry, the next video, front end. Sorry. That was the one, yeah, thank you.
So this is your Coaster Globe front end. So this is a kind of representation of the... it's the edit avatar screen. So this avatar is your kind of representation in Planet Coaster of yourself. And you can use the guest creator to kind of choose what gender you are, what kind of different kind of body parts and clothing. And this is basically who you are going to be on the Coaster Globe, and who your representation is in the community.
There's going to be lots more customization options as well available to you as before we come out release, which is November 17th is when release happens, which is amazing. So again, just to reiterate, Alpha 3 is coming out. When's that coming out?
I believe it's Tuesday next week.
Okay.
Tuesday, because now it's Sunday. Okay. Tuesday.
Yeah, sure.
It's not even next week, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, okay,
2
Tuesday,
days.
Sure. Why don't you tell people when things are coming? And apparently we do need to change out my mic, so we may have to go to a back soon screen, okay? Or why don't you guys talk, and then we can mute me, and then we can change things around. Go for it. Have a discussion.
So yeah, Alpha 3 comes out on Tuesday, and it's going to be full of lots of cool new stuff. The avatar editor is involved in that as well. You've got this HQ placement mode that happens as part of the start sequence, and this is where you appear on your friends' globes. So when you connect with your Planet Coaster Steam friends, when they're on their front end, they will see you on their planet, and they can then quickly select you, see what's in your Steam workshop, and then download that. And it just makes it's one of the first things you see when you get into Planet Coaster, which means it's really easy for you to find new content and download it into your parks. It's going to be pretty cool. We're really excited.
Yeah, it's cool because community is such an important part of Planet Coaster. We really wanted to kind of have this key front end element representing that. Yeah, so it's really nice. You can just see your friends and kind of great, sort of Planet Coaster celebrities, if you like, on the globe, and it just brings the community, gives the community a much more sort of personal feel.
Yeah, and it won't just be your Planet Coaster Steam friends. We're going to put Frontier developers on there to begin with. Like, they'll appear in everyone's game, so you'll be able to get to the content that we've been creating and putting in our workshops and download that. Because if you need those starting points for your new parks, you can utilize some of the work we've been doing in the office and put those in your game.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's amazing and genuinely the most exciting feature for me, in my opinion, because I'm not particularly creative, so I'm really looking forward to being able to grab your stuff, more Dean's stuff. Dean, who's amazing at building stuff, so I'll probably be grabbing his stuff from the office.
But it's not just blueprints of buildings and scenery and coasters you're going to be able to share.
Okay.
So say you want a whole park, you can share a whole park.
You can share, so I think that's new, that's a new piece of information.
Really.
So that's in Alpha 3?
Yes.
So in Alpha 3 you will be able to share your entire park with other people. So that means you could do like YouTube collaborations with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Or entire collaborations to share park. Oh, make sure you save that. And then what? You upload it to Steam?
So you just re-upload it back into your Steam workshop.
Okay.
And then your partner, whoever you're working with, can download it from your workshop, work on it locally, put it back in theirs.
Wow.
Just means it's almost like pass the file. It's very old. Because we found with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, everyone was doing these kind of methods to do the collaborative sharing, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty cool.
So it's really cool because you don't have the same limitations as you have when you're sharing and saving blueprints. You can just build whatever, and people can dive into your park and then pick out things from your park and save blueprints from them. So it becomes almost like a kind of hotbed of blueprints, if you like. It's brilliant.
It's amazing. Really is amazing.
It really is.
Awesome.
It really
All right,
is.
awesome. Well, that's incredible. Well, we got some. Let's go for some new stuff. Let's talk through some new things. It's stuff that people may have seen over the last couple of days, but they've been asking a lot about the coasters. Show the new coasters. Show this. Show that. I think that we've got some. Well, I know that Sam sent us over some notes.
Yes,
but
yeah,
I
so
think
we don't
that
look
you've,
foolish.
You've done a very good job of reading through those, and maybe you can. Talk through. I think we've got a video that's going to play through, and then you guys.
I think we've got some browser. We've made some changes to the browsers first.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry.
So because we added a third theme, we have now
That's absolutely right.
a browser that's full of pieces. So we've had to do some work to make it easier to help you find your stuff. So we've done some categorization, some filters. So the video helps demonstrate what we're trying to do, make it more future-proof as well.
Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, we've got a video for that.
So we've had a slight change of the tabs that were available to you now. Shops is now an explicit section, and inside them we have the pre-built blueprints that you'll get. So everyone will have pre-builts of different buildings that we've been building in the office. And if you're not creative, you can just put these down and still build a pretty park. But if you want to get into the piece-by-piece construction aspect, you go into the new custom tab. So we've separated out the pre-builts and the custom pieces. And as you can see, there were so many pieces now with the third theme that we've added categories. So we have like an all category, and then we subdivide that into walls, roofs, whatever. And then even then another level of detail. So you have like columns, wall pieces, and then the roofs, you have different ones.
Yeah, so the all category is great here now, because although when you open up the custom tab it seems quite daunting because there's so many pieces, it's kind of cool that you can see everything at once, because that means the filters are much more powerful. So you can say, okay, this is everything, now filter by castle wall set, and you see the set of castle wall pieces, so you know, okay, this is everything I need to make a castle. Or in scenery, you can filter by the pirate theme and see all the pirate-related assets that we have, cool. And you can still drill down into categories and now subcategories, so you can get that specific, which is cool because we've got so many assets to play with.
Or you can just type in. And
but you
I'm
can
always
also just
surprised
search.
by how accurate that tool is as well.
Yeah.
I was like, lights, yep, it's there. Of course it is.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, rocks, done. So every time the community guys have been playing, they've just gone, rocks. And I was like, I hope that worked. And it does. Of course it does. It's like, oh, great.
But it's really cool.
And so fast as well. Like, so fast.
But it's a change we made not just to the buildings and the scenery. Shops has the same categorization the rides and the coasters do. So as we add more and more content, as we push towards release, it makes it easier to find it, because we're hoping there's going to be so much that you're going to need this system to help find it. It's really pretty exciting.
Okay, so we have another thing as well. I was jumping ahead. Oh, I was getting far too excited about those new coasters that you're going to show off. And we actually missed as well, changing to, talking of lights, there's a new lighting in the game?
We've improved the lighting system in the game.
Okay.
So it's not just about creativity management. We want it to be a beautiful game.
Yes, well,
so
it is already.
We've changed the way some of the bounce light works, and it's quite interesting. It's a very technical showing of how it works, but it really shows that the lighting system in Planet Coaster is very complex and very beautiful. So just using some test shapes that we have in the game for when we develop, it just shows you how objects, the color of objects' light, when they get hit by a loud, like it's called bounce light. Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, we got a video to show that.
So in this aspect, it's just a cave that we've like made a skylight in.
Okay.
So he shows that as the light hits the white test sphere, that you get a bit of lens flare as it bounces off. But as you add different pieces, as things get added to the lights, you see a bit of bounce light. So the white ball becomes red because the light is hitting the red sphere and bouncing off. And it makes things more realistic. It's a more realistic system. It's exactly how things. But it's a very technical.
It's cool.
System.
Yeah. It looks really cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see this stuff.
But this happens to we're using test objects here, but it happens to all the pieces in the game. So the spheres are just a better way to show it.
Okay, that's interesting.
But you can see how the white ball goes red because the light is bouncing off the red object, and then vice versa. It goes off the red, then the blue, and the white ball has now become orange. It just means the lighting system that we're adding in Planet Coasters is pretty cool. And we've also worked on some of the shadows. So beforehand, the shadows were quite hard. We called it hard shadows, but now they're a lot more softer because of the bounce light system we've done. So it just makes Planet Coaster more realistic, more beautiful as well. So all these creations that we're building, we want to put them in a place where they look stunning.
Okay, so just be told as well, we've got the next video queued up. We're going to be talking about crowds actually, which is very cool. I know that you guys, Owen has been doing a lot of hard work on. I remember the first dev diary showed off how the crowd movement worked. Well, I don't know. Why don't you cue up the video? We've got a video to show, haven't we?
Sure. Oh, is that the next video?
Yes, yeah, it is.
Cool. Yeah, so crowd are essential to the game, obviously, and we want to get thousands of people in your park. So, brilliant crowd coder Owen McCarthy has made this park with thousands and thousands of guests in to see how they behave with the flow simulation that we have. So, it's really, really impressive when you see this many crowd members walking around at once. So he's built this entire massive plaza area and just got a number of different interest points, these rides around the edge, and you can see all the guests kind of flowing and avoiding one another and flowing through that simulation, and it helps them to kind of debug any problems that are going on with the system. So we've got it to a really sophisticated point now where you can put down a path extra, a bin or a bench, and the guests will just immediately walk around it because they can see that you put it there. So this is a cool video because it shows exactly that happening, and it's actually showing whole path areas getting blocked off. So when the path area gets blocked off,
a good job of trolling these.
Kind of a crowd.
But you can see how it works out. Yeah, they're all there. Then
but it's
see that there's no entrance.
As you're putting the bins down and blocking the path, the crowd are reassessing their routes. It makes it more realistic. So they're constantly. It just shows that the guests in Planet Coaster are reacting to everything you do. All the creativity of how you build your park, where you put your rides, your paths, whether they're blocked or not. They react to them in real time, so it's pretty cool.
Crowd system is amazing, considering that it's a simulation game. You look at everything that came before it. Nothing is anywhere near as sophisticated as how the crowds react in this one too.
It's also something that you'll see in every park. Paths and crowds are going to be in every single park that players create, and so these kind of like AI decisions are really essential to get right.
They seem happy that they're leaving now. They finally made their way out. Owen has stopped bullying them with barrels.
The labyrinth.
They're out.
And then from a simulation standpoint, the more people are walking around, obviously the less time they're spending on rides or less time they're spending buying food and things like that. So you really want to kind of minimize the amount of congestion that goes on, the amount of kind of rerouting, and so it all feeds into actual park management gameplay as well in a new kind of way we haven't seen in these sorts of games before.
What a surprise! We're showing new kinds of things that have never been seen before in Planet Coaster. That is not surprising at this point. Well now I know I got ahead of myself before, but now we do have a section all about coasters and the new coasters coming in. So why don't we do you want to straight jump into the video footage as well?
I'm going to try not put Sam, the lead artist at Frontier that knows all about roller coasters. He sent me some crib notes.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and explain as much as I can about the new coasters. So we have new coasters in Alpha 3. It's in the name, Planet Coaster. New coasters. So I'm going to go through them. We've got some really cool, exciting ones. Really cool. So I'm going to try and do them justice.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Good.
So this one is the Bar Guest, which is a Eurofighter style coaster. It comes with a beyond vertical drop. It's pretty cool. I like this one the most. And then we have the Basilisk, which is a prototype roller. It's inspired by a prototype roller coaster, which uses a single beam. That one's pretty cool. I think we saw that one in some of the videos earlier. Then we have the Looney Turns, which is 2 cars placed together with 4 riders and 8 riders per train. It's a steel roller coaster, and it has a vertical or beyond vertical drop, tight corners, and abnormal banking. This one is the 4D coaster, the test pilot. So this one's really exciting. So you can, the riders are suspended outside of the track, and you can then change their rotation of the people, which is independent from the car. Cool. This one is the Tiamat, which is a prototype. I think this was the Tiamat, which is the prototype wing coaster. And that one's pretty cool. I like that one. It's a nice design. And last but not least is the Black Falcon, which is another wing coaster. They straddle each ride, and this one is a chain lift variant of the wing coaster because the Planet Coaster fans asked for a chain lift version, so we made them a chain lift version of the wing coaster.
Round of applause, everybody, for Rich for getting through that list very, very quickly. That's impressive stuff. Maybe a bit TMI, but you can probably watch it back on the VOD if you do need to.
Rich reading from from an email.
Yeah.
2-speed.
It was good.
The series.
I liked it. It was very well done.
We've also added animated stations to a lot of the coasters as well, so that makes it more realistic.
Okay, cool.
So when the rides start, we have the stations will animate like they would do in real life.
Right.
And that's pretty cool. It's the authenticity that we're trying to add.
So do we have?
It's not just coasters, Ed.
It's not just coasters.
We've added some new amusement rides.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Can't remember which one's the first one.
I don't know. Let's just play it. Should we just play it
one?
up and see what happens, and then you can wing it, as it were.
So this one is the Sundial, which is I like this one. It's a very it's one of my favourite amusements when I go to theme parks. So you know, it's a very big ride as well. You can get a lot of guests on it. So there's a lot of customization. It has the same customization options as you have on the other amusement rides, so you can now adjust all the colour channels. It's pretty cool. The guests get pretty excited on this one. Who wouldn't enjoy this ride? Well, actually, the more I look at it, I think me.
Aren't you afraid of heights?
I do get motion sick.
You're afraid of heights as well. Yeah, just one of the many new things that we've got. I don't think we showed this one off actually.
Yeah,
This
no,
might be the first time people have seen that in action. We've got another one as well, a couple more to show. The teacups.
It's a classic.
Everybody loves the teacups.
Everyone loves the teacups. It's a nice gentle ride as well, so it helps you appeal to that demographic of people. So obviously we've got your extreme thrill rides, but now you have gentler teacups to help appeal to your family groups.
And all the colours can be changed on this as well, right?
Yeah, I think Ollie did it in his build.
The Ollie 43 colours.
Ollie 43 one yesterday, I think he did it, and he changed the colours, and it looked really cool.
It did. And it seemed to look nice no matter what colour scheme you chose as well.
Yeah, it's just a classic. We had to have the teacups in. And I like the style and the way we have the plates in the middle with all the cupcakes on. I like that. It's nice.
The next one up, I think we have the cube.
Tuck Cube, as to call it up north.
Tuck Cube.
Tuck Cube. Yeah, well, this one's awesome.
Yeah,
I love this
incredible
one.
ride.
So in this one, you have all these different G-forces you experience as you're going round. So even though the ride seems to be going one direction, you're being flung the other way. It's pretty exhilarating. I've heard it's pretty exhilarating in real life.
So these are all based on real life rides.
Yeah,
as well.
we use them for inspiration, and then we kind of
give them the
bring,
Planet
the
Coaster
Planet
twist.
Coaster twist on them.
Yeah.
But because they're based on real life, we can get that authenticity. So we use a lot of reference and a lot of planning, a lot of guides to make sure that they're as realistic as possible, but they also feel right in Planet Coaster. And this shows that we've added control booths now to most of the flat ride, the amusement ride bases. So you have the attendant now who is working the control booth for the ride. So it just makes it a bit more authentic again. We just keep adding these extra touches to try and make it as realistic as possible.
Very cool. Yeah. And one final flat ride that's going in is the Wild Blue.
Wild Blue.
So
Sounds like a surfing movie.
It probably is.
Probably was.
Probably is.
So this one.
This is incredible.
This one has nice little aeroplanes, and it's
I
yet
can't
another
believe
one.
this is based on a real thing.
Yeah,
It's insane. But it is.
I believe so. Yeah. But yeah, it just means that all the planes can move independently as well. So it's a really exhilarating ride.
So in real life, these are, I think the guests actually have control over how much they spin.
Oh, wow.
So you
So
can
you can
make it
lean
more or
into
less
the
extreme based on how far you kind of you lean over to one side. So that's why we have them kind of varying, like how much they spin in.
Do
these
the
operations.
flat rides have ratings as well in terms of?
Yep. So they all have excitement, fear, and nausea ratings. So you can kind of equate them to the coasters that you put them alongside as well, and obviously tailor them to your park demographics and see how much you can charge for the ticket price.
We covered a lot of that in yesterday's live stream, the live stream before, about how all that management works. So you should check that out because it's fascinating stuff. And Andy goes into a lot of detail that we can't really go into when we have the community streams. So do go back and watch those as well. And like I said, I'm going to do it one more time. Head over to planetcoaster.com to find out all the information that you need, or frontierstore.net as well. On how to get involved in the alpha. All the stuff that you're seeing, all the stuff you've seen the last 3 days, all the stuff you're going to see at when we've got the our community builder on, is going to be in Alpha 3 next week. However, it's your last chance to pick it up, so you won't be able to play Alpha 3 after August 25th, as in you won't be able to get involved in it. The Alpha 3 will continue, and you won't be able to purchase it after August 25th. So go for it now. Now's your chance. So we do have some questions as well, but one thing we've got is one of my favourite videos that we've shown that I think this entire weekend. It's a bit of fun. Should we let the video do the talking, I suppose? Yeah, why don't we should the next video.
So, I know you love Cosmic Cow.
I do love
so
Cosmic
I did this just for you.
Thank you.
So Cosmic Cow, one of our mascots.
Yes.
Bouncing on his ball hopper.
He's excited.
Going around your park, entertaining your guests. But I wanted to show this because I want to show you how we at Frontier do our animations.
Okay.
So it involves the animation team have worked very hard, but they have a lot of fun. So they use reference. They film themselves doing the reference. So here we have Felix, one of our experienced animators, showing how not to use the ball hopper, and Johnny, one of the young ones, just showing you how easy it is if you know what you're doing. Okay. So they film this and they use that as reference for when they're doing their animations.
So I just like that. I think there's a lovely. Just a lovely insight into how the animation is done. So it's all done by hand animation.
Yeah, it's all hand
I know
framing.
that Johnny, who did the reference, actually, is Cosmic Cow one of his, actually, as well?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to steal anybody's thunder in case it's not, but there you go. So I thank you guys for everything that you've done over these last few days. It's been really, really incredible. We do have time, I think, for a few questions. Do you have time? Do you mind sitting with me for just a little bit extra?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to get a summary from you a little bit about what's coming in, but I don't know if I prepared you enough for that.
No, you haven't.
I won't do that. We won't do that. But what I will say is go over and watch the last couple of days because it is incredible. There's too much to going in.
We have spoken a lot about it over the last 4 hours.
We have, yeah. And I think
there's just so much new stuff.
Yeah.
So much. We have new rides, new coasters, more functionality on the coaster builder, the blueprint system, a new location for you to play in, improvements to a whole bunch of systems, all the management stuff. And that's all the management stuff is just a simple way of saying it. But there's so much simulation and management stuff that we've put in to make the game feel deeper as well. It's so much I can't remember.
There's a lot going on. What are you most excited about?
I can't wait to see people sharing blueprints and parks. I think that's it. This is the opening of the floodgates for that kind of content, and it's stuff that we're going to enjoy as well because it's going to be fresh content for us, and we're going to pick it apart and see how people make things. I mean, obviously the management stuff's close to my heart because that's the kind of the meat of the game, if you like, the meat of the game design. So I'm really excited to see how people get on with that. But that's not like a finished article. We're still working on it, still balancing it. So it's still kind of, it's cool to see feedback on that. But I think the blueprints and seeing parts people share is just going to be awesome.
Brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. I agree completely. Let us know what you're most excited for about Alpha 3 in the chat. We'd love to see some of that in there. And in fact, if you use the hashtag Planet Coaster beforehand and say, I am most excited for, let us know what feature you're most excited for. And we'll be picking somebody at random to win an Alpha 3 early bird edition. You can tell it's the last day, can't you? I am starting to flag at this point. It's been 16 streams, to be fair, so you can tell exactly why it's happening. We'll pick a winner at random to get the early bird edition of Planet Coaster and also a VIP single ticket, which means that your name will be used in the game as well. So thank you everybody for watching and coming along today. We've got a couple more questions for you. I'm gonna do, let's say, 5. Let's name it 5 questions.
Okay, let's go.
Then we'll have the dev diary. We'll keep the dev diary again, the audio dev diary, because I can't give enough love to those guys in the audio team who just do amazing work on this game. So, Nomex asks, can you tell us what staff will be available in the finished game? In the finished game.
So already we have all the vendors. We have vendors, we have janitors, we have entertainers. There will be mechanics. There may be other staff available as well. Some of those to be but they're the ones that we're aiming for.
Okay.
There'll be lots of entertainer types as well. We have one per theme, and I think we have some more like Cosmic Cow. So you can really, you got all these people to hire in and make sure your park's in.
I wasn't just making notes on what you were saying there, like. Oh, this is interesting.
This is interesting.
Right. No, I was making notes. Basically, we've got a lot of questions coming through, apparently about transport rides, because you can see in the tab there it says transport rides. So
they're not in Alpha 3, but we will have transport rides and wooden rides in the main game when it's out in November.
November the 17th. There you go. Did you say wooden rides there as well?
Yes. Wooden coasters.
Wooden coasters. That's right. Fantastic. Great stuff. Another question. Has there been any discussion about improved performance and optimization for Alpha 3 and beyond?
So we're constantly trying to optimize the game and make it more performant, which is a balance because we're adding more and more content and features. So we're trying to add as many, more pieces, more content, more features, but then also try and make improvements across the systems to make it more performant. So you should find Alpha 3 is faster in some areas than Alpha 2 was, but now it's also better.
Fantastic.
So there you go. And obviously for the final game, we'll do even more optimizations and performance fixes to make the final game as fast as possible, because it's going to be full of so much stuff.
Excellent. And Kenshiro UK, it's one for Andy. Will there be scenario objectives in Planet Coaster?
Yes, very much so. So there will be a campaign or career mode, whatever you like to call it, and there'll be a series of scenarios, each of which will have objectives for the player to tick off and achieve. So yeah, we're definitely going to have that more traditional game structure in there. Different tiers of achievement as well within there, so you kind of like complete it as to varying degrees of proficiency. So yeah, absolutely, definitely will be.
Okay, fantastic. It ties in nicely to the next question. What are you doing? Does the game have a sandbox mode for those who don't want to do the scenarios?
Basically, the three modes are career, sandbox, and campaign. So you've got sandbox, where money is no object. You can spend what you want and create absolutely anything. But the other two modes, you are limited on cash, so you can't go below $0 effectively. And in career mode, that sort of hinders you or challenges you to try and complete the objectives in interesting ways without running out of money. And in challenge mode, you kind of get the flexibility of sandbox. You can make whatever you want, but you do have those money restrictions. So it means you kind of need to consider the management side of the gameplay as well. That's kind of like the sort of purist mode, if you like, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how people get that.
That's the mode I'm sort of excited for.
Me too. That's the one.
Purist mode. I like that. And Redunra, thank you for asking a question. Says, I didn't notice any mechanics. When will they be implemented into the game?
They're not in Alpha 3, but they will be in the final game.
Fantastic. There you go. I mean, I think there's a lot of
they
that
need to
people are asking
they
about.
need to look after your rides when they break down.
Right, yeah. So that's coming in
as well.
There's lots more coming, and let me tell you, we will be doing live streams in the future. Maybe not live streams that stretch across 4 days, quite as intensely, but we will be doing live streams in the future from when we're back in the office, leading up to the release, of course, to show you guys, because we do love showing you this kind of stuff. So you'll learn lots more in the coming months about what's going to be in the final release, through whatever way that is. Whether it's just pigeon, someone's throwing a pigeon.
Whispers in the wind.
Yeah, whispers in the wind, smoke signals.
It's not that effective, that.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know as soon as we possibly can. So we do have lots more questions in this sheet, but I don't think that we have time, unfortunately, to get to them. But I don't want to leave people disappointed. So can I ask you a huge favour on the spot right now, without asking you before? Would you, at some point, maybe throughout the week, be able to head over to the forums and maybe answer a couple of those questions on there?
You've asked so nicely.
Yeah.
How can I say no?
I tried to. Thank you.
We'll do our best.
So we are going to queue up the dev diary, the music dev diary again, because again, like I said, I can't give enough love to those incredible guys. We'll be coming back with a winner from the previous competition that I mentioned as well, and with today's first community build, which is going to be absolutely amazing. It's Rudy, the guy who made some Star Destroyer stuff in the past, and some other epic builds just like that. He's going to be working with Silverette as well, because Silverette's coming on at 4 p.m. later on, and it's going to be really, really, really awesome. So. One last time to you guys. You've been so amazing this week. You've been up here as well with me, and you know what it's like.
Not as much as you've been here.
Yeah, well, but you've been doing the press stuff as well, and you've been absolutely amazing. Like, I genuinely appreciate you coming along. I know these guys do appreciate it as well. So in the chat, show some love, please, to Andy and Rich, and everybody here as well. Round of applause, please, for Andy and Rich for coming down these last few days. Yeah, there you go. That's what we need. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we are going to be playing now the Dev Diary, and I will be back very shortly. But these guys, it's the last we're going to see of them for now. But I'm sure we'll see you again. It's been amazing. Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
it's a truism that you don't notice fantastic audio in a game because you're having such a great experience playing the game. It's so easily overlooked. I would say at least 50% of your experience in a game is audio, possibly more. We've really tried to take the player on a similar flow that they'd experience with a film or a TV show. So when you go from the more kind of mundane areas of a game, like the menus, it's all scored. You know, that loading moment is all scored. So when you start the game, you've had this lovely dun 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 dun, and then it gets into the game and it kind of just plays out with a gentle like strum on the strings of a guitar.
In game development, sound is part of this grander whole, and we've got so many really creative people working on this project. So sound is helping support all those people in what they do, and at the same time it's supporting people that play this game.
I think the intention of the audio in Planet Coaster is really to complement the amazing work that the artists, the animators did and bring it to life.
So early on when we started working on the announcement trailer, I came across Compass by Lady Antebellum based on a tip from my creative director. It just completely nailed the vibe. It was warm, it was friendly, it was honest. There was an authenticity to it, and I wanted to capture that in the game. And this is what led me to coming across this chap, Jim Guthrie.
We were just tossing words back and forth, and he would say stuff like, I really want something that's organic, that feels like a live musician played it. I think there was a line where he said, made by humans for humans. But I think I was just walking home one day, and I thought, he's talking about Jim Guthrie. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could just get Jim Guthrie to do it?
It seemed like a really cool project, and yeah, we just jammed on some ideas, and sort of I made a demo to see if they, what they would like. I sort of sat down and I started to whistle, and I played some chords and I recorded it. I sent them about like a 30-second song, and they loved it and asked me to try and make it into 3 minutes.
The first time I heard it, it was just an early version. It wasn't what you hear at the moment. It's just that theme tune, just basically that 20-second bar, and I was like, this is going to be a really great sounding game.
When Janesta Boudreau talked about Jim Guthrie and said, I know this composer, he'd be great for the game, and she sent us some of the tracks, and we were like, yeah, this is it. We can hear the man behind the music. We can hear that this is a composer making their own kind of music, and it doesn't matter what style it is. That sense, that feeling is going to be in that music.
So one of the things that people often say about Planet Coaster is it's full of personality, it's full of character, and we do everything from the design of the characters to the rides to the animations. We always try and look at the charm, we look at the personality behind it, and I think audio have done exactly the same thing. They've approached this game at a high level and said that it needs to be personable, it needs to be about the human interaction, not only what you're doing when you're building a park, but actually the audio feedback is always at a very human level, and it always has a personality to it, and it's very welcoming.
In the process of creating sound for a game, we start with the sounds themselves, and then we integrate them into the game engine, and we manipulate them in real time. We make them sound higher up or lower down. There's all these things that we can do. And then all these sounds together come into a mix, and it doesn't matter how good your sounds are. If the mix isn't right, if it isn't telling the right kind of story, it puts the right kind of sounds in the foreground and the wrong sounds in the background, then it's going to be noise.
Mixing in a runtime environment is always going to bring up unexpected results, and that sometimes those results are really exciting. And I think one of the keys of being a good sound designer is recognizing when one of those things is happening, and being a good editor and deciding, well, actually that's somewhere I want to go, so we'll take that idea, we'll then iterate on that idea.
It's an exciting time when you start to prototype, you start realizing what's going to work, what might not work. There's a lot of failure, but when you iterate and iterate, you start to discover amazing possibilities.
So the mix is always changing on a coaster. So, you're going up, you're going down. We're always trying to reflect when you're feeling G-force, or when your speed is changing, when you're accelerating or decelerating, when you're braking. We try and reflect all those things. What that leads to is a very engaging soundtrack.
We've approached the authenticity by sending a sound recordist called Watson Wu to a theme park, and he put microphones on everything. He put them on coasters, he put them on brakes, he put them on flat rides. So we have this pristine, authentic recordings of real roller coasters, of real flat rides, and then we embellish that.
Back in the day, we needed coders to hook up our sounds in the code, trigger them. It was 90% design and 10% coder time. These days it's more like 50-50, and we work together very closely right from the beginning right to the end of the process of whatever you're working on.
To make sure that all these layers of sounds that we have for the clunks, for the wheels, for the wind, respond really, really well to the track. We need programmers. We need programmers to tell us this is kind of what the game is doing. This is kind of the reduced information you need as a sound designer, and then as a sound designer I can use that kind of reduced set of information to manipulate those sounds in real time. And you won't even notice it half of the time that we're doing this in the background, but without coders, games wouldn't sound half as good as they do today.
So generally it starts off with a sound designer having an idea for what they want, something to do. So they might say, I want the crowd to do this. And then we'll look into other parts of the game to see what's going on, where are people, stuff like that, and then process that data into what sounds we want to play. One of the cool things that we're doing is audio-driven animation. This is where guests in the park will react to the audio that's happening around them. So if you've got a mascot that's walking around and they're making a lot of noise, then people around them are much more likely to, turn back and look at them, because there's something for them to look at. It's not just that they're nearby, it's that there's a reason that they're looking at them.
The audio have come to the party and looked at what like a mascot is doing in a suit. And they've actually added a new dimension in terms of the acting and the performance. But equally, if they look at a suit and they say, well, actually, that's a guy inside a suit, it'll sound a lot like that. It will be there'll be an aspect of that which makes it all the more real, because you look at it and it makes perfect sense why it's a little bit muffled.
Well, Coaster King was always going to be a bit of a maniac, so we had to cast a bit of a maniac. Lewis's name came up. I saw some of his work and I just thought, yeah, this guy's fantastic. I have to say, I've not laughed quite as much during a directing session. It was just so funny listening to him just go off and do his thing.
We early on in the project wanted to have, it's always useful if you're doing emotes for people going over the tops of a great big hill on a coaster, for them to scream and say something, and normally it's kind of garbage nonsense, and some people might say something which sounds a bit like a swear word accidentally. So we had to define a language which gives a consistency to the world.
The reason why Planko came about was we needed people to express themselves in a way that was understandable. And we just like the idea of creating our own language. So James Stant, another one of our sound designers, he came up with the concept of Planko.
Planko is the language that is spoken by the guests, the staff, and the mascots in Planet Coaster. When I create a new word for the Planko language, it's normally one of three approaches that I take. The first is word association. The second is onomatopoeia, so sounds like, so if I've got to think of shot or something, I think pichu. So pichu is my word for shot. It's just, what does it sound like? Okay, let's put that in word form. Third is representing a similarity to an existing language.
The crowds tell you what's right about your park. So we toyed for a long time with doing languages on them, but then we thought, well, that would make them English. That would kind of take away this unique look. And then we toyed with the idea of just having no voices at all, but that would make it so hard to create a certain realism. People talking to each other, people expressing that they enjoy themselves.
The reason I love Planko is because it just adds more depth to the world, and I start to believe in the planet that is Planet Coaster. I can imagine what they do when they leave the park because they have their own language. Yeah, I think it's great. It's like Tolkien writing for elves that don't exist. It's fantastic.
It's just really playful. There's a lovely symbiosis with the style of the game as well, and I just felt that it was just a really strong thing to include and have as part of the game.
We've made a really deep and really exciting simulation, but we also know that people need to like it. They need to love the personality of Planet Coaster, and that has to come from the visuals, it has to come from the audio, and it really has happened. I think it's continuing to go down this path of being a deeply detailed simulation with a personality, with a life, and I love that aspect of this game.
Like, put on a jump.
Hello, everybody. We are back here with the final day of the Planet Coaster live streams here from GamesCom 2016, live in Cologne. We've had an amazing time, and I am joined by another incredible special guest, one of our master builders of Planet Coaster. It is Rudy, the amazing Rudy. Round of applause for Rudy. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We do have some winners. Do you mind if I just do a little bit of, before I introduce you properly?
No, it's good.
I'm
It's
going
good.
to pick
Go
some
on.
winners and things. Okay, great. So we do have 2 winners. We're actually giving away 2, not just 1. I said I was going to do 1. I've gone mad and I'm giving away 2. It's not to you. No, sorry. We're going to give away 2 copies of the early edition of Planet Coaster Alpha, which, by the way, it's important to remember, you won't be able to buy after August 25th, so head over to planetcoaster.com to find out now how you can get involved. Everything you're about to see, everything you've seen for the last 3 days is in the Alpha 3, and it's incredible. So August 25th is your deadline. Take advantage of that right now. So Remy88 on Twitter. Round of applause. He's now owns an early bird edition. And yes. And Just Nimto, which is spelled Nymto on YouTube. So congratulations to him too. So, without further ado, let's start doing some incredible building stuff. We're going to get some people out here. There's already some people gathering around to watch you in action. No pressure, Rudy, but you are quite good at making buildings in Planet Coaster, would you say?
Yeah, in a way it's kind of pressure. I mean, like, because after me it's like Silver Red today.
Yeah.
It's like, but I'm really happy to build a park with him. Like, it's the first time ever we build a park together.
Yeah.
We've spoken a little bit beforehand, but yeah, not too much telling now. Just watch what we are trying to do. I hope the time will be enough, but if not, we don't care.
Well, I think you've got, this session I think lasts for roughly over an hour, so I think, is that going to give you enough time?
Yeah, I think.
I know that the builds that you usually do are maybe a little longer than an hour.
A little.
So talk me through some of the amazing stuff that you've built, some of your favorite stuff that you've got out there, that things people have liked.
Yeah, well, actually, to be honest, my favorite one is the Moon Park, which I've entered into the competition, because it was like the first time where I went for something new and something what I've created, rather than copying or like trying to rebuild something. So I was like, watching a lot of stuff like scientific stuff, how you're gonna build on the moon, like with all the challenges you have there, and that's the one I'm mostly proud of because it's like something I've built on my own. Of course the Space Mountain thing, because it was the really first one, getting used to the game and then really head into this kind of big project and was like, all right, might be a big, but well, it worked out. And all the other kind of stuff. I'm really happy also with the Star Wars things. Can I say that? Yeah, it was me. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
The question, sorry. Yeah. Okay. 4 days of doing this, all right? I can start
I've
to
seen
fall
all
apart
of
at
them.
this
You know,
point.
I know what you've done.
Do we have, where can people go to find your stuff then? Where can people go to watch these videos, see these creations of yours?
Yeah, basically on YouTube, it's like Rudi Renkamil. I tried to speak in English, but in German it's Rudi Renkamil.
That's fine,
you
do that.
Same name on Twitter. And I've just set up the Twitch stream, which is, I guess, running at the same time now. I will be doing some more live streaming in a few weeks' time, so you can find me all up there, but the main part is YouTube.
Very cool. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Genuinely, you should go over there and check out his stuff. And in fact, we've actually got a preview of something that you've done, especially for us here at Gamescom. So we're in Cologne, or Köln, if you're going to say it like the Germans, what the Germans do. And so there is the Dom, isn't there, the cathedral, which is probably the most iconic thing that is in Cologne. And you've made this in Planet Coaster Alpha 2.
Yeah.
So that's worth noting that you couldn't change the colors of things.
No, I couldn't, no.
In Alpha 2. You can go back and do that in Alpha 3 now. But this was made with using Alpha 2, so the stuff that's already out there. You made this especially for us. We're going to roll the video, and when we come back, we'll be starting on today's build with Rudy here. So yeah, roll the video. Very good. Yes, round of applause for that, Rudy. So again, no pressure, but now you're gonna no pressure at all. But now you've got to then do that live and build something live for us here today as well. You are going to be teaming up with Silverette, who's coming on later on. So you're going to make half of what we're going to see, and then he's going to then do his thing. We've already seen some Silverette stuff from the other day. You can see how good he was. So I can't wait to see how you guys can combo now in the game with the blueprint system, and in fact you can save entire parks and then share them with your friends. So this is just an example of what's going to happen in future, essentially. We're going to see like a preview of how that's going to work. So that's really, really cool. How long did it take you to build that thing?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't like the building which took me too long, because it was 4 or 5 hours. Most of the time I was setting up like the doorways and the window stuff and like the little decoration. And I just went for building one tower. And then I could take all the parts of one tower and copy them around. Like in Alpha 2, we had this multi-select tool, and really it helped me out to bring that in like really quickly. And I just had to set up then the roof afterward. This was kind of tricky because this round part and the end part of the building was like made of all these wooden parts, which are actually props. And like, it took me a while to get around there. But yeah, it was 4 or 5 hours.
How many pieces, do you mind me asking?
I think this were 66,000 pieces. 66,000
66,000 pieces used in the Dome Cathedral there, everybody. 66,000.
Yeah.
And to put that into perspective, I think Delay Designers was 1,200 yesterday. Yeah, so the stuff we saw yesterday was 1,200.
Yeah.
So that's pretty incredible stuff. You're not going to be using 66,000 pieces today.
No, I'm not going to do it.
One thing before we do start, and again, because I'm eating up your building time and I want to stop doing that, so I'm sorry, guys. The stuff that's coming in Alpha 3, is that going to improve and speed up the way that you do things?
Yeah, of course it does. Because like the blueprint is pretty much that way we have been looking for. Because you can just set up some little pieces and then like for example, like a little shop, and then copy it around and just change it like a little bit slightly. A different window, a different doorway, and then you're good to go. You have two different buildings instead of rebuilding the stuff. You could do that with like copying around, but then you had always the same building. And you couldn't copy that in another park, you know?
Yep.
And now you can take that one, go into another park, and just get it again and get it going. So it will increase the speed of building. Yeah.
So I'm going to be talking to the chat as well. So please do give some love to Rudy in the chat. I want to see some love in there as well for Rudy. And I think it's time that we just let you get on with things.
Yes.
And then we can take suggestions. We can talk to the chat about these things. But yeah, let's get the game up on the screen. Hopefully people sitting around here will enjoy watching Rudy in action.
Yeah. Yeah, the mic is not going well, right? Yeah. So is it better now? I guess it's better.
Yeah, there's just a bit of popping, I think. I just want to adjust it for you.
Yeah, we'll start off with like this Venetian carousel thing. Because we have something in mind to do, maybe it should work pretty well with that one. Just trying out all the different new stuff. Like, I have to delete the pathway before. So yeah, it's, basically you've seen a lot of things in the last few days, and we want to go like show off how we build. Or for me, it's like how I'm going to build things, setting up like things beforehand, and then just go and make some stuff.
Yeah, and keep in mind as well, you know, this is you're doing this in front of a live audience on the Planet Coaster channel, so do be nice, because it does take a while to get used to things and get settled in, feeling a little bit nervous at first. So, guys, you know, take your time, but you'll get there and it'll be perfect.
Yeah, I've not been doing that for a long time. You know, it's like 4 months ago that I've joined YouTube. So,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys are going to be doing with this stuff when it's out finally.
Oh.
So you're just making sure you get it in so you get the water at a higher level. Might just delete the water that's in the bottom now.
But anyway, let's continue like this. I will just cover it up.
You do it, yeah, later on when you've... Yeah, it's fine.
So like going in and... Oh, I can't place the entrance because there's lava. But no problem at all.
Yeah, let's get the
I just
scenery
go
in there
like
first. There you go.
I'm going to place the exit back here so that we can just go in like at the queue way now.
Nice. Nicely handled there, man.
Yeah, that's like having a little bridge over here. Maybe we can ride the water later on a little bit, and then let's. So
Sure, you'll be able to.
Want to use the normal pass now because I have to join later on with the other part of the park. So
even if there are tweaks that you want to make off stream as well, really quickly, before Silverette starts later.
Yeah.
Because there might be things that you want to make, adjustments you want to make before he starts and stuff, which is fine. So let's get the meat and the potatoes down there now, and then you can build on it later.
So maybe I just delete this one to get the texture right. I always want to. So like going for like a little bit bigger. Oh, I should like make angle snap and to make really nice curve there. To choose path again. So, I should raise the terrain again so that the pathway is kind of nice.
Okay.
So maybe like this one again. So, all right, maybe I should talk a little bit about how I usually do start off a park because
go ahead,
like it's. When you're at home and not doing live streams, you can go like having a little bit of a plan what you're going for,
and you can make mistakes as well without other people watching you. So
that's like.
Don't worry, it's been really amazing seeing the other guys as well come on and how things just suddenly take shape. It's been so cool to see.
Yeah, I mean like it's usually when I got home, I got some ideas in my head and I just try keep doing it, and for me it's like really a lot of trial and error before it gets really good. And I've already tried to like share also that I'm not going to be like perfect in the first glance.
Yeah.
It's like always trying and also failing. Like I've done a week before with my park, which I've deleted. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. But that's not such a big deal, so I'm going for a new one then.
I think this is the perfect Sunday place to be, is here at our booth, just chilling, watching people play Planet Coaster. It's quite nice. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you everybody out here out front, sitting there watching. I hope you enjoy watching Rudy come up with some amazing stuff here. Would you say it's the building pieces that's the thing that you excel at the most?
Yeah, I will start off right after I've set up the pathways here, just to join the buildings really nicely.
Okay, this is interesting.
It's like 1 to 20. So maybe we should just start off with the building. It's kind of, I really like to go for a Main Street kind of thing. To go, when you're joining a park, it's really like entering a new world, and we've seen that already, like Silverette doing this, and it's really like taking a step back and showing off what's now possible with Alpha 3, because it's a lot easier now to build like buildings like this, and I really love to do this once. So I will go for custom, and also using like the recoloring tool, because I think it's really an amazing addition to the game that we are now be able to like give the whole thing a new texture. So that stops us maybe from using so many pieces, like just to get in the color. Yeah.
It won't have to be 66,000. Instead, it can be 33,000 instead.
Yeah.
Half. Yeah.
I think my PC will be quite happy with that. So. I just had the possibility to try a little bit around with the Alpha 3 build here, and I figured that this wall, the castle wall, is pretty nice to be recolored. like you can really go for great. Or maybe that's one too far.
It's part of the new
Yeah.
pieces that have actually come into the game as well, isn't it? So
Yeah, right.
you're using most of the new pieces today, or are you still going to be using a combination of the old and the new?
Yeah, I like to use combinations. I mean, like it's because it gives the whole thing like a new look to it, and not that kind of generic.
It's exciting for you to use those new pieces, I suppose.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So you see, it's so many new stuff. I even have to search for stuff now. I think it was under. Yeah, here we are.
It's what Andy was talking about earlier as well. The search system is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So like, I have to quit the gizmo just to make it a little bit easier. So grab this one. So like, the way I work usually is like setting up first a few pieces, and then afterwards joining again the building and try to set up different versions of it, and then go for really a nice new shape with different colors. Oh, that was like, didn't meant to do that. So, like if you copy it now, you can easily go in and try to do like different building shapes.
Yeah.
And now it looks kind of the same, but if you just go in, then select it again, and oh wait, I have to just take the
individual
walls
parts, yeah.
and go one for like a greenish building. It's really colorful, playful, like what Disney is used to be, and maybe this one's like going for a like golden version. And then you can go like taking this stuff, maybe copying a little right in the back, so it's easier for you to grab this one later on. I may have to go for this piece to set it in and get the smaller grid one. It's very useful to have this like a half grid, because then I could go like putting it in here. Do this one.
Nice.
So now I've got a different texture, and I see just, oh, I did wrong there, because I have to just rotate it. So otherwise the pieces would stick out if I would put it like this. Like put it
Can't
around
have
like
pieces
that.
sticking out, Rudy. No.
Yeah.
Not in a Rudy park. That would be terrible.
So let's grab these ones. What color should we go for? Like, do you have an idea what color you want?
Let's have a look. Black. Just entirely black.
Black. Let's do a black building. Maybe you have like a dark gray to get a little bit interesting.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. It's nicer than I thought it was going to look. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Everyone's immediately going to go for the most colourful things. So I like something a little darker, a little more depressing.
Yeah, we kind of like one building standing out in the main frame, like leaning a bit darker. We could this one like maybe like a dark red. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's nice, really nice.
So now we have set up like the basic structure of it. We can go in and add like the buildings together to get it a little bit more interesting. Like, for example, I now go and select all of these ones now. I know you should grab all of them with the multi-select tool, but it's like when you don't want to select the bottom parts, it's better to go like click, 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 and just get them. Maybe this is, should be good.
I can start to see the vision now. It's taking place. I can see it.
So now, as I said, I've put that back there just to be able to grab that really easily. And then like, or somewhere I've done a mistake. I don't know where, but it's a little bit lower, but well. Now we got good. So
it looks fine to me.
So then we just do the same with like these parts here. Maybe we should take this one and leave it as on this high here, because like a little balcony there, that should be nice. So now we're going like this.
I can see it. It's forming.
Yeah,
I'm starting to believe, Rudy.
So then, we could go like this. It's nice to cover up. And I've seen a little piece like this one. If we go like, oh wait, I can actually put it inside. I think it's good with the grid. So where do we have there it is. So No, maybe we take. This one's even big. No, it's like going for this one. Oh, I can't select the color of this one, but doesn't matter. Then we go for like this one here. So now, is it actually the? No, I don't like this one. I will go for like really something that fits into the style of the main street.
Yeah.
Just grab it again. There we go.
Using those tools, yeah, for precision.
So let's see if it's on the right height. Yeah, it is. So maybe a little bit higher so that you can see the doorways a little bit better. So actually, this is kind of the basic structure now, and now I'm going to start to put in some details. So just get in for some doors. I mean, this fits really good in this, this part. Yeah, like we're going for this one now, and it's kind of, well, this is really, no, I don't like that one.
You don't like
but I really like this one now. So maybe, all right, and then we go for another one, like, just let me select that one here. Oh, it's kind of big for this thing. No, it is also too big. No, it doesn't fit right. So we can use this one. Oh, I just see that. Okay. I'm going for, like the bottom part of this one, want to cover up a little bit because I set it just a little bit too high here.
I see, right. Surely you can just lower that down though, right?
So we go for it like, oh, it does take a lot. You know, normally I would go for making it perfect, but I think just to show people how it's gonna made, I think this one is okay.
You've got plenty of time though. You can honestly take your time. If you want to adjust things later, you can go back. You know, let's get it all down there, and then you can start coming back later and tidying things up. And I think that's probably the way that I would do it. Is edit later. You know, just like anything in life.
It's like when we're going for the roof now, I really have to make sure that this kind of tower here in front isn't affected by the roof. Like, it wouldn't be that nice if we go for this one. But I think a really nice addition is this one.
Okay.
So you don't see that one too much if we are going for a roof on this one. So I really love the way how the new pieces join the buildings. Yes. Now it's okay. Oh, I think the. Now it's. I think the key is stuck in sticky. I have to press it really hard.
I don't know. Just get rid of the piece and then pick it again and see what comes up.
Now it works again. All right, fine.
That's alpha. So everybody in the chat, please do let Rudy know how you think he's doing. I want to pick some stuff out of the chat. People are. People seem pretty impressed. Already looking awesome.
Yeah, I certainly, it won't let me recolor the roof. Maybe I've put it the wrong way. But, well, doesn't matter at all because I think this one joins really well the building. But I pretty much want to have some cover up on the building in front. I've seen a nice part in the props section. Well, if you want to place something of the scenery part inside your building so that it's staying inside, you pretty much have to take like one decoration piece, for example, like that one, and then go for this grid mode, and then you can go inside this area here and grab like every piece you want. And let me see where it was.
What is it that you're looking for?
Yeah, what like a really nice pavilion, some kind of thing. There it is. So that's big.
Is it maybe too big?
That's too big. Yeah, I can't use that one. I thought it was smaller. So.
Yeah.
So, but we will have some roofs that do fit.
I appreciate the vision, though.
It's like, yeah, we could go for this one, but I really don't like it for a main street kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's a bit too fairy tale
yeah.
for a main street, right?
No, it's also not fitting that well. Maybe I just put in... Oh, that's too big. Do we have some other parts I can put on there? I'm pretty sure we can. All right. Then we will go for a trick, because... like...
Mark Whiteley says, super duper Rudy. He can't wait to see the finished product, which is really cool. So stick around until we should.
Well,
we've got another sort of 45 minutes left on this yet, so you've got plenty of time to build these things. He says. What are you doing here? What's this?
Well, I didn't find a proper tool to make the roof I want to, so I'm just using a doorway in the wrong, like facing the wrong direction, and now I can like using like this one. Maybe I shouldn't do that one normally, because we have so many beautiful pieces to use that one. But you know, it's kind of the way I've done in the older builds, and
yeah, you should do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like this one, and now I've got like, yeah.
And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is why he uses 66,000 pieces to build things.
Well, just don't remind me of that all the time, because for my computer it was really awful to do that.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot more than you would usually use, I think.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I want to. No, that's not the one I want. I should just go for covering up the other parts like better.
Yeah.
So that's... I really have to get used to the whole like new layout. It's amazing how many pieces we have, but if you're going to build like I did in the past, like really with the same pieces all the time, you get so used to
where they are. Yeah. There's also, remember, you can do the search tool as well, which is very useful.
So, but there was the piece I wanted to have. That's one of my favorite pieces in the whole game, to be honest. It's like the most important piece for like every building I did in the older builds.
This piece you're just using now.
Yeah.
It's your favorite piece in the entire game.
Yeah.
Is that thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, like, why did I even put it down here? I don't know. So there we go. It's like the game offers you endless possibilities, and maybe that's also a problem for me, because I know that it does, and so I want to go for the best solution. Sometimes, and I'm pretty sure I will do that now with the new build, that I will be happy with the props you guys gave me. So should be the better solution for making like bigger parks with a lower poly count, and yeah, getting in better performance would be nice for me to actually finish a park. Oh, it's pretty small. I kind of love this one.
Looks good, says Anthony Adams. Yeah, people seem really impressed by what your 10 out of 10 somebody's given you so far. Can we give a round of applause here for Rudy, please? People sitting around. You can see it taking shape, right? You can see it taking shape. You can see where he's going with this. You're doing an amazing job so far, seriously. I mean, you say you've never done anything where you've sat at Gamescom.
No.
Dragged you out here.
I've been here 2 or 3 times like a fan, you know, like checking out the games.
Gulpy's here as well.
Yeah, Gulpy is amazing.
Yeah. Hi.
Just waving to all the people out there, and just saying that the last few days have been so amazing here at the Gamescom with you guys, and seeing all the other guys being on the stream. Like yesterday, and the lady signed out that a really amazing stream with the castle. I really loved this castle.
That's so good.
And it's really like all about the community, and also all the guys who are not here, who are just like watching the stream now and joining us in the forums and so on. It's really, I love the way people interact with each other. And
yeah, there's a really nice community building up around Planet Coaster.
And it's really one part what makes the game so beautiful. Like, it's not just that you're going to play. I mean, like, everybody is going to play, and I'm really, like, I really like to be childish in a way, and go to my computer and play this kind of stuff, because the whole day you have to be like an adult, and in the evening it's pretty cool to go home and play this like playful stuff. And yeah, the whole community shared the passion, and I really love this. So
it's good to hear.
Yeah. So maybe for white color.
Oh,
So
nice.
that looks like all right. So what I'm going to do now is like leave this out for a moment and go on with the other buildings. Like,
go ahead.
I want to go for now the roof part of this one. Let's see what we have here. So.
Well, that is a tall.
Yeah,
building,
but we
that's
could actually. It's again like the button isn't working, but. Okay. We could just like go like this and this one. Actually, I have to change this one then. Get rid of this one. I got an idea in mind. Maybe
okay,
it
I
should work.
trust you.
There we go. So now we could just go for a custom piece and try to make a little balcony over here.
Okay.
Oh, what's this? That's actually nice to go like. Oh. I could use that later on. I like this one. Let's see what we have for decoration. No, we could actually go for a normal roof. Trying to get like this one. So we should go also for the white colors to have like continuing the like this part around here in a different shape, and go for a little balcony then.
I think it's pretty incredible. All this stuff that you're doing here is obviously really quite in depth, but you don't have to be able to do this now as well with the share features and stuff. You can literally people could follow you and grab your stuff from you and then use it in their parks.
Maybe I should go on like building a little bit more like what the game offers
keep going. I wasn't saying you should stop. I was just
No, it's like I know really is important now that people can see what the game offers now, because I think everybody out there is really excited.
Hey, they can see that stuff. They can see that stuff in other streams. This is all about you building what you want to build, taking your time on it, and building something really, really cool. Get a good end result from it.
So yeah, as I said, maybe I should after the Gamescom get used a little bit more to live streaming.
Because Rudy, you're doing an amazing job. Seriously, you're a natural. I'm sure everybody at home will agree to.
No, I don't like that one.
You're very picky with your pieces.
Yeah, maybe that's kind of a problem, because I know how I want to look at in the end, and so that's also my passion that I want to go for this. This one is better, yeah. I think that one is.
Got a little bit of a crossover there, though. Oh, okay, well, we're really doing something.
So we should go for this one. Maybe, I don't know if this would work, but let me just grab this one. Yeah, so. So like we could now go for this one and copy the roof again in here, and so we're good to go. Now we have like the basic part, and we have 3 different buildings like here with different angles and so on. It really makes it a little bit more interesting. I think I will just stop here, make a little restaurant over here, just to, well, have like a final border.
So are you the type of builder who likes to do the whole building to make it look realistic, or do you do like the theme park style thing and just have the fronts and then behind it doesn't matter? Or?
Well, actually I love it if you go for realism and just leave out the rest in the back. To be honest, my latest buildings I all finished because I, started to build the whole thing around everything, and then I had to do that one.
With the dom,
But in a way, you're right. You don't need the back part because you won't see it anyway. So, I would say I prefer the one like in a real theme park because you don't need it anyway. So it's like when I'm building the cathedral, you want to see it from every angle. So then I'm going for that. But like a building in the theme park like this, you don't need it. So let's see if we have like a part that makes like, we will, I'm pretty sure we have. Is there on, no, that's not the one I was looking for. That's the one, yeah. Ah, okay, okay. So, so now we do it like this.
Okay.
Oh, I think what happened with the grid, by the way? It's kind of, what this? That's cool. I like it. So maybe I should like grab the wall again. There we go. No, I just can go and put it down here. Yeah, now we're good to go. Oh no, that's a little bit too high. By the way, do you like the black color
I
as
do.
you wanted? Yeah, all right.
I mean, I chose it. Black and red.
So, okay, let me get, oh, I did want to copy it. As you can see, once you have just set up a few building pieces, you're good to go, like grabbing the whole things out of your building. You don't have to look for them down here when you first started to do this one. And what I'm really wanted to do now is like bringing some facilities. Like people should buy something. Well, that's pretty nice for oh. Yeah, that should work. I just kind of like.
Well, it's down so low.
We will have to move the door then, but
Yeah, yeah.
oh, it's a little bit low, isn't it?
It's a bit low. Yeah, I was going to say that.
But
yeah.
what happens if I? Oh no, it's still too low.
Yeah, I think the building itself has been lowered down a little. There you go.
Ah, that's better. Okay, let's move into. Then we can also move these ones a little bit higher. Grab this one. It's like, for example, if I play the game, I really do imagine what would happen actually in the game. And here it's like, this could be the door for the stuff going in for the shop. And it's really kind of a good way to or like train your imagination in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Right?
do you ever
It's
do
like
this stuff where you put like air vents on the back and things like that to make it look look real? I always enjoy that sort of stuff.
So, no, I did a mistake. No, I didn't. I thought I was placing it outside the building, but I wasn't.
Yeah,
so it's also within the building. So I really like this one. That the new, is it called curtain in England? No, what is this piece?
You know what?
I don't
I'm
know.
completely blanking on the name of that thing.
Yeah,
It's
so
very.
it doesn't matter.
Awning
It's a
an
nice
awning.
looking thing.
Yeah, like an awning. Yeah. Find it eventually. Can't ask me those sorts of things on day 4 of Gamescom. You know, it's a long time.
Yeah. So like bringing in this piece again.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning if you have just tuned in, or if you come along for the first time, or if you're sitting down for the first time here. Like we've said numerous times before, you don't have to be an expert builder like this. You can build things that look great in seconds using the blueprint system, but also like it's snapping together, like kind of like Lego in a really nice, easy way. But if you want, you can go really deep into it, and that works across the whole game in general. Really, you can have with management aspects as well. You can either just look from afar and don't really care about it, but you might you won't be as efficient with the money as you would be otherwise. Or you can look into every little different aspect of it and maximize your profits.
So yeah, so now I'm quite happy how it turns out now, because
it's nice.
I wasn't expecting that it's going that good in like this short amount of time, but I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's starting
So
to really take shape.
we have a lot of little shop there, and now we can go place some windows. I really like the windows. Yeah, these one fit. No, it's like.
Put the one in up.
Maybe a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think it looks nicer.
So I don't know which window I'm going for at this building here, but should be a darker one. Like, no, it's not actually not dark enough.
Now we're talking.
Maybe we could.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I
I'm
got an
into it.
idea. So like, let's do it like this, and we might have something.
Oh.
So now just. No, that's all white. I could use that actually for make something like. I like that piece. That's really beautiful.
It's an interesting use of that piece.
So like, if we go for this.
I wouldn't have gone for that direction personally.
Yeah, so what about if we, no, that's a little bit too big, but we could, I like also this part because you can use it like, going for this.
Yeah.
And then we have like this little window plate, which makes clear that this is the bottom part of the window. So
yeah, no, sure.
then you can distinguish between them. So I'm going to select all of the. That's the beautiful thing about the new build. You can actually rotate things when you've copied them around. That's new, and I really do love it.
Yeah.
Because you are now free to place it wherever you want. You know, like now I can go for this one, and yeah, we are good to go.
Yeah, nice.
So maybe we can have like the door for coming into this building might be over here, just like. I'm having a little. I've seen one door which could. No, oh wow, this is a big
it's much
door.
bigger than you expected.
This is a big door, yeah. Oh, it's like.
Looks like it
It's
would
like
be.
like this one should be the door of Snow White, isn't it?
I feel like that would be a little
Yeah,
tight
like-
on that side, though, wouldn't it?
So this could be
Sure.
like this, and I've seen that we might use like this kind of thing, like this.
Yeah, nice.
So, all right. I don't like how this joins, so maybe we cover it up again, like with. I've seen another nice one, like. Although it's roof part, I think it does a pretty nice job in joining the whole building. So now we're going for some more windows. Actually, how long do we have?
Oh,
till
sorry.
we're
Yeah, we've
around?
got about another. I think you can go for another 25 minutes.
That's fine. That's fine. So
Yeah.
yeah.
If as long as you want, Rudy, you can. You're a celebrity here. You can stay as long as you need.
Oh,
to.
don't say that one. I'm not a celebrity. No, I'm not. I'm just kind of the guy who's loving to play the game as much as all the others do, and I'm just really fortunate that you guys just invited me to come here and show off, and it's really like a big honor to be here, and I really want to show people that everybody can just do this, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
well, you can
I
see
think
you can see that it's taking shape. It
Yeah,
looks
it's
really,
taking
really
shape
nice.
now.
That's only taken you about 40 minutes, like less than that, like 30 minutes to build this.
yeah.
And then you can actually copy and grab whole sections,
Yeah.
can't you? And then
Yeah.
change the colors, move them around.
Exactly,
So you've
exactly.
made yourself like. And actually, in future, what you can do is you could build one building, save it as a blueprint,
Yeah.
and in future you just be able to grab that blueprint, place it down super quickly, meaning that you don't have to spend all this time building the buildings
Yeah.
initially.
That's so yeah.
Which is absolutely ridiculous, to be honest.
I like this feature so much because, as you have said, it will save so much time, and it will get you into the position that you can, like, deal with other stuff afterwards, so that you don't have to start off again every time again. So you can like go even deeper into the game. That's
Yeah.
like really good part of it. So now I just want a last part. Then I'm really happy with that one. It should be something over on the top of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one. I really don't like it yet. Just let me quickly get in the roof parts. So that should be it for the shape. We could like just, for the sake of covering up what's going behind, go for like holding down the wrong key. No. Go like this one.
Ah, right.
Copy that. Oh.
And of course, you're used to all the controls that are in Alpha 2 currently, so all this, some of the stuff is new to you. So
no, actually, the controls are pretty good, but I'm used to use a German keyboard. That's
okay,
like
yeah.
I have to just switch between that and why. That's like why I'm just failing a little bit. But anyway, I would also fail on the German keyboard. I do it at home as well. So.
Nobody's perfect.
That's
Got a little bit of an offset.
Yeah,
piece there. I wonder why that's happening.
Well, just leave it there. I think
for now,
no one will notice.
You can go back afterwards when we're off camera. You can go back and fiddle around with it.
Yeah, but I think there's nobody watching out there, so nobody will notice.
Yeah,
right?
nobody's noticed. No, they don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. But we could then I show what I usually try to do when something like this happens. I try to
cover it up.
Yeah, that's like.
All right. Okay.
It has a perfect angle, so. Go in, do this stuff.
No, I like that. I like that solution a lot.
So we are good to go. Maybe I'll put this one now on the roof as well, so that it kind of looks like it should be there.
Looks like he was supposed to be there, not a mistake. Amazing.
So no one has noticed. Fine, that's it. So, that's actually what you can do in the game. Why it's so amazing to just play around with all the stuff, and suddenly you will come up with solutions like this. And that could be.
Oh, hello.
So, and something else like. Maybe we should use some decorations here, like putting some flags on. Really like. I don't care if it's like displaying a pirate on it. I really like flags anyway, so like putting them.
Regardless of what's on the flag, you will fly it.
It looks always nice because of the shadows and how it works in general, and
it's really starting to look fantastic.
So like, these kind of actually look like the ones you would see in Main Street. These are amazing.
I wonder if that's a coincidence.
Yeah,
I'm sure it is.
Like, and we've even more stuff there. So yeah, so it works pretty nice. I really do love to have a chimney over there because, like, those kind of things need to have like air going out and an air conditioner and also a chimney. Let's take, for example, I think it's in decorations. No, I think they have switched to like props. Let's have a look down here.
Just let you take your time.
Can we actually maybe?
You can use it. No, you can. Click in the search box. There you go.
That's
and
like.
then type whatever you want. Okay.
I have to write it correctly. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. So we just have to rotate that one like this. Go down, and of course we have to stick in like the effect of steam coming out. I thought it was like smoke.
Okay.
Large is maybe too large, like medium. Let's switch off post mode. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
So let's leave that for a moment because I want to go on with something else. Because I really like the new trees and stuff. Like, you can just place them like literally everywhere, and it perfectly looks together. And like,
it's really, really nice.
It's so amazing. So you see, that's how you're gonna do it. Like, then people won't see what's behind there, and you just could go
staff
leave
only,
it like this.
Staff only areas, basically behind.
Staff only, yeah, that's fine. Could also do like having a smaller one without just grabbing this one. Actually, I love also how the different colors of the trees now do join together. It's pretty nice. Like, you see that. And I really want to have like a little kind of fence over there, because people shouldn't walk through through the bushes and so on. Then like, yeah. Maybe we start off with. I always used to start off with this part. I don't know why, but I really love this one.
I remember I've seen a lot of your videos. I've seen you use this piece frequently.
Yeah. So let me think. I think I would use like.
What are you looking for here?
We are up into decorations.
Oh, I see.
I really want to do maybe a little different fence now. So if we go into the, let's see what we have here. Or maybe we can use a sword, like putting it down like this.
It was unexpected, I have to say.
Maybe smaller like this one.
It's really nice. It's really, you've got a smile from Andrew Fletcher.
Yeah, that's like, it works, right? It does work in a way.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I can see exactly what you're trying to do.
So we definitely need now a light or something like this, a lamp.
What?
Like, where do we go? Like,
I don't know where you're going with this now at this point.
yeah, I was like, where we have like. There we go, lights. I wanted to have like a light here.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you'd placed that. Thing.
No. The thing is, now if I place the light down here, because we are used to copy the things around, and you will just use this one on one side, because when I'm going to copy it, you see like, oops. It will perfectly join this one. So it's like the connection piece.
Okay, yeah.
So, and then you can go like, rotate the stuff around. I will actually have to go inside the building to bring in a piece and deactivate the angle snap. Because then I can just move it around like in the free gizmo. Is it called a gizmo? I have no idea, but yeah. Like
I think it's been called a gizmo before.
No, it's like the free rotation tool.
Yeah.
Like, and you can really quickly now place it down. So there we go. I like that fence.
It's nice. It's
But I don't like that the tree is standing in front of it. So get it behind there. So yeah. So this is really like the way I love to play the game, like setting up pieces and then copy them around. I won't go for the whole thing now.
It looks lovely, man. You can see what you can do with when given the time. It's the stuff that you just using those pieces in some really interesting, creative ways.
Yeah, it's maybe I can't.
Now you can share those things with people.
Yeah,
I
really love that, and I really love the possibility that you can actually follow people and then get like notifications when they dropped out amazing stuff, because there are so many people doing amazing stuff out there, and I just want to connect this one to get people in the park.
Yeah, sure.
Really like.
Well, you still got a little bit of time if you want to, tidy things up and move things around. And
yeah, but I think if I would be the person to join a park, I would at least want to have like a little thing of scenery around it. So otherwise, it would be pretty boring. Just let it test a little bit.
Yep, all the crash test dummies there on the carousel.
That's so.
It's very important.
I really love them. Just have a quick look on it. So amazing. Like they have no arms, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they don't have to hold on. So amazing. I know what could be really nice would be some water fountains in front of it. It's like, okay, let's go for it. I also like to start with some, let's see, my favorite roof part. Where we go.
Yes, the favorite roof part.
Yeah, that's like, use that all the time. Like get pieces in, and then go for this one. I really get the speed now, searching for files. It's like, I know where they are now.
Yeah,
That's feeling comfortable, yeah.
They say it's one. You played it yesterday for a little bit, but this is the
Yeah,
first
today
time you
just a
actually
little
played
bit,
it. You know, in its full flow. So it would take you a while to get caught up with things.
So maybe you could go for like
Okay.
a little bit like this. So then we could have a nice effect that the fountains are going at a different height. Like I'm placing.
You're just using pieces and using things in a way that I just never would even think. I just put the placeholder stuff. Whatever comes in, I'd grab that and just use that. So now I can be like, oh, I could search around on your stuff and be like, oh, I want that fountain that Rudy made earlier. And I can then go grab it and put it in my park. You've done all the hard work for me. And then I can concentrate on the fun management bits that I really like.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Huh?
so then you can go and grab the file and like put it down into the water. It should look nice though. And I really love that you actually have kind of this metal thing below where the water really comes out.
Yeah, like that realism you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like it would be some kind of strange if there would like fountains and coming out of nowhere, and I really do like it the way it is.
You can't sink it under the water.
Yeah, so
I'm sure we can.
Let's see maybe if we can just put in some more
You
water.
may just have to adjust the sides of all of it there.
This one.
Tie shut, yeah.
Maybe we can go.
Again, this is all work in progress stuff as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Alpha stuff. Maybe.
Let's do it a little smaller.
Even if we can't get the water working right now, we can get somebody off stream to help us just make sure it's in there, and then.
Maybe Sylph can do it later.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. And we'll get ready
He's
for
a little
Sylph
bit more
before he
used to the new build, so no.
Yeah,
but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I will go on with the things I know.
So we've got Andy watching here, and he'll come and show us exactly the mistake we're making there. I'm sure he's going, oh, I can do this. Sorry, Andy.
so look now, the fence. What I've tried to do with the
really
kind of
nice.
light thing. Oh, we need lights over here. It's like pretty dark here.
Oh, you didn't. I don't think you ever opened the ride. I think you just still testing.
No,
it.
yeah. We need people in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we need.
There you go.
So open this one. You know what? I place another one behind, so we get a lot of people in here. So I really love the new cup. We have the teacup ride there. Let's take this one.
You're a gentle ride kind of man, aren't you? You seem to like your gentle rides.
Yeah, I think it's the main street, and afterwards you're coming into the park and really chill down, and the harder rides get in the back of the park.
Yeah, sure. I appreciate that.
So, actually, I want to do it like this. We could like just. I've got an idea.
I was gonna say you could literally do this.
Grab this one again. No, I'll leave it there. Just.
Oh, I thought you were gonna copy and paste the whole park.
No, I was just like having a little house over here, which could be like the house that controls like over there. Like, to be honest, I got that idea from Silverhead because he was mentioning in his streams, well, where actually there is no one controlling the thing, but actually now there is one controlling one. So I make this one something else. We need a restroom. Let's do a restroom.
So remember, you got the left. You can adjust it. You can see the toilet symbol
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
very left.
like,
so you can just click that.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Toilet one, and then you've got it.
Let's go. Yeah. So grab this one. So you see, it's really easy to copy things around and make it look like. Can we actually? Let's recolor this one also. I really I do love the new textures. So we have to get rid of this
the
one.
new recoloring situation
Yeah.
is just fantastic.
So amazing. Let's get in here some pillars. Oh, we could just maybe turn it around a little bit. Nope. That one. Yeah, there we go. What? Oh, that's also a nice piece. You could just like. I like that one.
Discovering new pieces.
But the other way around. Like.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I should have used angle snap here, but it should work.
It's all right. No buildings are perfect.
Yeah. So just, yeah.
Yeah, you can really see. Oh, there we go. We've got our first guests coming in.
Yeah,
as well.
they're coming. Let's see how they're called. Like.
See what they're called. You've got.
That's Levy Lee. And that's
Polly
Polly
Silver.
I love that one. I don't know how many people at your company do think of all the names. It's like so amazing. I really love it.
You can thank Rich, who was on the streams earlier, for this stuff. He uploaded quite a few names into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's finish up the restroom so they don't go through a half-finished park. So we could actually go for.
Yep. So Sociology is love says good job, Rudy. Seno says loving it.
Oh.
Somebody else wants you to go on for a few more hours to see the completed thing.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we can't take up that much of your time.
I think I'm also thinking of you because you've been doing so many streams this week. And like,
it's been my pleasure. It's been absolutely amazing to spend some time with, be here at Gamescom, and I'm very, very lucky to meet the amazing people I've been spending time with here. And sit here with you guys while you do these builds is really quite inspiring, and I'm learning so much just watching you. I can't wait to get back and start doing my own stuff, you know. And I genuinely think I'm going to be quite good now. Now that I've watched this stuff, I reckon I'm going to be quite good.
Yeah. That's really about what the game is all about. That watching other people and then just go for yourself. And then.
Because as much as I've joked about like stealing your stuff, like so I don't have to build my own. Like every now and again, if you okay, so I've done that. I've done all that. But then you can borrow your pieces, and then I can see how you've put it together. So I can click the edit button and see how it works. And if I don't like certain elements of it, I can rearrange them.
Yeah.
And I think that's.
And I think it's also cool to see your own parts, your own pieces in another park from somebody else. It's like, I could imagine that it's really nice to see. Oh, look, that's my piece. He's used it there, my tower. So, like, really amazing thing. By the way, we need a mascot, don't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, because that's it.
Like park management.
Somebody has been asking you to build a coaster, but obviously you're much more of a buildings guy.
Yeah.
So
I could go for one, but I think people wouldn't be a little bit,
disappointed. Maybe too critical. It's
No,
hard.
it's
The
like
coasters are hard, you know.
Yeah. I could get them in a good way, but I need to do a lot of time.
A lot of time. Yeah, I understand.
So this is Chief Beef Belief. That's
Chief Beef.
I'll go, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, he's
Park complete
like
now that he's there.
Yeah. Chief Beef. I love him. I love him. For all the people around here who haven't seen him running around the Chief Beef, he's amazing.
I think he'll be back later.
Yeah.
He's actually here. There he is.
There he is.
Spoiling it. Not in his suit. How dare you? Thank you, Chris. Massive thanks to Chris Sawyer. Not that one.
Not that
for donning the Chief Beef outfit and doing an incredible job. Professional mascot coming to help us out. It's been really, really incredible. What do we call you? An entertainer? Would you call you an entertainer? Yeah, an entertainer. There's lots of pictures out there on social media of him in his outfit. It's absolutely incredible.
I've seen some flower pots.
We're getting loads of people saying, yeah, Chief Beef Belief, hashtag Chief Beef Belief in the chat. And then a couple of Cosmic Cow wows as well.
Yeah, Cosmic Car Wow is also. I love the animation of the otter. So.
Did you ever open the teacups? I don't know if you ever got that one open.
No, because it has no queue yet. I will get that in now.
So we've got another sort of 10 minutes to tidy things up before we get ready to.
Oh, I know what I'm doing here now. Yes.
The next live stream, and then if you've got to make sure that you come back for 4 p.m. for the final session of the day and the final Planet Coaster live stream from Gamescom, which breaks my heart to say, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, we'll be joined by Silverette, who will be coming on, and yeah, you finishing up this park, or at least adding to it, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking your amazing work and, you know, adding to it, making it even better.
I have to make like.
Get that angle.
I think it was like on 8. No, it was even bigger. Wow.
Yeah, that's a long path, long old path.
Angle snap. I just want to like get this one really like. Here you go. So it's like a piece of. And now I want to push in these new ones, like really Main Street-ish kind of thing. I really love them. So like, get them down here. Oh, I've removed this piece of. We could just make a little flower pot over here. I think that could be a good one. Like going in now.
What's this you doing here?
Oh, this is big also. I didn't want to do that. So.
Oh, that's nice.
So actually, let's maybe grab some other stuff too. So like that one. It fits really well there. So
yeah. No, you can really see where you're going with this, and it's really impressive work. Seriously.
Now like getting even more. I really love how the game works. If you have just put down some different trees and plants and buildings,
you
and
transform
then you can
the entire area.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And so that's really, we've talked a lot about how the game works for other people who haven't played yet. And as you have already said, it's like the last chance to go into alpha now. And I'm really curious about how people then will play with the game who haven't played yet, because Alpha 3 is offering even more possibilities. And I'm also like really watching all the other videos from other creators, because it's inspiration, but on the other hand, it's really nice to see and jaw-dropping what's going on there. And also with the terrain tool, I love it so much. And yeah, I hope that
if you want to get involved in the alpha and it's Alpha 2 is right now and Alpha 3 is next week. If you want to get involved in that, you can just head over to planetcoaster.com to find out all the details. But it is kind of your last chance, because we are closing Alpha Access, or you won't be able to purchase Alpha anyway. The Alpha Access will continue after August the 25th. So August the 25th is your last chance to pick this stuff. But yeah, this looks so nice now. You can really start to see it taking shape.
So yeah.
Really beautiful stuff. Oh, get that teacups open. I don't know if you ever did.
Yeah, now we will open them, yeah.
There you go. Lovely stuff.
I love that one.
Yeah, the confetti.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
So we could just place down some more lights now.
Oh, yeah,
just to make like lights. Go down here, we got lights. That's kind of cool stuff, like hanging.
If it's hanging, yeah.
Like, maybe we could. That could be a good idea. Wait, I have an idea. Maybe this works. I don't know actually, but let's try.
I think it looked good. Raise it up a little bit. Yeah. We've still got that roof piece in the corner a little bit. Oh, no, I think it's nice.
So
yeah.
So now it's like a really small light over there, but it does the job. I think it's like okay. Some more. And you know, since it's really like colorful and so on. I really want to place down these colored spots also. Well, come on. These ones?
Yeah, and then you can change those colors
Yeah.
individually as well. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, the red one, the red and black one that I made, that I just already designed, actually looks a little bit creepy. I quite like that.
So now we're going for... Oh.
Oh, there you go. Yes, don't go in, whatever you do, don't go in that building. All the rest are absolutely fine, just not that one.
So that's nice, yeah. And maybe we could just join it with another light. I really love how the system works and really gets in. Ah, maybe we just... Yeah, that's it. So it's getting daylight again, but don't matter. So I want this one to be... Oh,
you got a few more minutes before, yeah, we're going to have to wrap up your session and hand over.
Yeah.
We're back, remember, at 4 p.m. to invite Silverette over here.
Yeah. But I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I was a little bit afraid if I could make it in the time. Let's put down...
Mate, you've done a good job. And we can tidy things up as well while as soon as we're off stream.
Yeah.
Get a couple of things tidied up before Silverette comes on. So I think you've given one last look down that street.
Yeah, of course.
Nice, a nice low angle. Yeah. Lovely job. Everybody, huge round of applause for Rudy here for creating this beautiful looking park. It's absolutely stunning, and everybody at home as well. Everybody at home. Let Rudy know how impressed you are. I think it's really great, and you can see that it's the start of something really, really nice as well. And I cannot wait to see how it's completed by Silverette later on as well. So, Rudy,
yes,
are you feeling good? Are you happy with?
Yeah,
what,
I'm happy with it. Yeah, it's like a new experience to be here, and like, but I think over time I got used to it a little bit more.
Well, you've been absolutely fantastic. And again, I want to remind people here that we will be coming back again at 4 p.m. CET, and everybody in the chat as well. We're back at 4 p.m. CET. For Silverette, he's going to finish off this area of the park. Where can people go to find more of your stuff and see those amazing builds that you've taken time over to do?
Yeah, basically, as I said, on YouTube, like just type in Rudi Rentkamil. It's like Rudi Rentkamil for the German guys. The German community, by the way, is growing. It's pretty nice.
Massively.
I'm also on Twitter with the same name, without a space in the middle. Just go for Rudi Rentkamil. And like.
So thanks again.
Yes.
And would you come back again and play with us at some point in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. You've been an amazing guest. Seriously, go and check out his stuff. It's really, really, really good. And thank you all for coming along again. We've got the final Planet Coaster session of Gamescom 2016.
Yeah, so sad,
up. But it's been an incredible time. We've had a really, really good time here. So it's fun. It's worth it.
Yeah. So thanks for all.
Okay. Oh, maybe we can play the Cologne video again.
If you want to.
Yeah. Do you mind if we show the DOM again?
Yeah.
So this was made by Rudy. I don't know if that's been queued up or not. Can you let me know? He's queuing it up now, yeah, which is fantastic. So yeah, this was made by Rudy. This is the sort of thing that he can do in your own time when you're given enough time to make something. See you soon.